In this video, I'll be showing you how to make custom minifigures from the latest episode of Ahsoka, so if you aren't caught up, be sure to get caught up and then come back to this video. Oh man, the first two episodes of Ahsoka blew me away, guys. You know, I've been in a Star Wars lull lately, and I think this show might be what brings me back. I loved every second of the first two episodes, and hopefully, the trend continues. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the characters from the first two episodes using 100% official LEGO parts and pieces, so let's get into it. So the episode starts off with Baylan, and I think it's a really cool character design. Now, of course, at the beginning of the episode, he's got his hood on, so I used the official Baylan minifigure. I should also point out, at the time of this video, LEGO has sent me the Ahsoka sets early, but they'll be out next week. So if you're watching this the day it comes out, these aren't out yet, but if you're watching this in the future, well, you know the story. Anyways, the legs, torso, and head all come from the official Baylan minifigure, but I did add a black cape and a cloak piece. Of course, we could take that cloak piece off, and he does have a regular hair piece LEGO gave us that we could just put on there nice and easy. And to add a little extra detail, I used the arms from Black Widow from LEGO Marvel so that you get those shoulder pads and just a little bit of detailing around the wrists. Similarly, at the beginning of the episode, we meet Shin Hati for the first time, and I used the official LEGO minifigure for the entirety of it, the lightsaber, legs, torso, head, hair. I just added a brown cape to add a little bit extra detail. Morgan Elsbeth is met when we break her out of the prison cell, and she does have a prison outfit on, but it's like for 5 seconds. So what I did here is just use the official Morgan Elsbeth minifigure, which I've got to point out has an amazing new hairpiece. And yes, there's probably a skirt piece with printing on there that you could swap out, but for simplicity's sake, we're going to keep it as is. If you have a better idea, drop a comment and let me know. The thumbnail and beginning of the video, I showed you the cloak turned forwards, but I actually like it turned sideways quite a bit for Ahsoka with the gray cloak on. That way it covers the arms, and then the actual torso and leg print covers up the rest of the detail. Let me know which way you like better, but this gray torso piece comes from Jyn Erso from LEGO Rogue One, and then everything else comes from the official Ahsoka minifigure from the 2023 Jedi Shuttle set. Speaking of that Jedi Shuttle set, we also get Professor Huyang in that set, and it's really cool to get that new head mold, but after seeing how he translated into the show, I feel like his body looks a lot more like a battle droid than it does an actual minifigure body, so I may try to update that in the future, but for right now, simplicity is key, and we're just going to use the official minifigure. It is so crazy to me to see Hera in live action in this show, and obviously she did a great job, and I'm looking forward to seeing more as the show goes on. This Hera minifigure is the one from the 2023 Ghosts with no updates because unfortunately there aren't very many brown arm prints that have printing. In fact, I'm not even aware of any off the top of my head, and that's really the only thing you could upgrade here because the rest of the figure is that perfect. For Sabine's biker look, we actually get a lot of customization options. Now, the toughest part was, of course, the hair, because it has two different tones to it, and I just went ahead and settled for the most pink or neutral one I could get to match what we see in the show, and this hair comes from Starfire from LEGO Dimensions Teen Titans Go. The head comes from the new Sabine minifigure from the 2023 Star Wars sets. This torso is an old cowboy's torso. That way you get a brown jacket with a red shirt underneath. The hands come from Dom Toretto from LEGO Fast and Furious Speed Champions. That way you match the skin tones. And finally, the legs come from Sabine from Star Wars Rebels, because I think they actually work pretty well. Even though we don't really see her full outfit very much on screen, I think it gets us close enough. It's right around this time in the episode that we also meet Captain Porter, who pilots the E-Wing, and honestly, I hope he shows up a lot more, because that would be insane if this guy got a super detailed LEGO minifig. I mean, he's got a new helmet print, he's got a double-sided head with a new head print. It would be insane if his only scene in the entire show was like the 5 seconds he confronted Sabine. And of course, he's got his astromech droid here as well, but he did show up in the episode, so I think it's worth pointing out and giving him a little highlight here. Here we have Marrok, and this unfortunately is a figure we can't really upgrade very much because we got some amazing printing on here. I mean, front and back torso printing, great printing on this shoulder piece, great printing on the legs, and a brand new helmet mold. I mean, really, what more could we upgrade? So we're going to leave him as is for now. For Chopper, we've got a little bit of a hybrid going on because I went ahead and used the legs and torso, if you could call it that, from the new 2023 Chopper from the Ghost set, and the head is the original Chopper head from the old Star Wars Rebel sets. I love that because you get printing around the entire top and around the entire sides, and of course the new body gives you printing on the back as well, which is super awesome and really hard to argue with. So we're kind of making the best of both worlds here. And finally, that brings us to Sabine once she puts on her Mandalorian armor. Now, by this point, she cuts her hair, so I went ahead and used the purple hair that the official set gives us, and I guess, truth be told, this entire minifigure is from the official set, which also does give us the helmet here, which we can swap out so you can see what that looks like. It's a really great figure overall. A little odd that she doesn't have a jetpack, but I guess that'll get explained at some point in the show why she doesn't have a jetpack, and overall, it's a great figure. So let's zoom out and I'll give you my final thoughts on these showcases. Alright guys, let me know what you think of these figures, and be sure to come back next week for episode 3, and every week beyond that. If you haven't already, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.